We have our third place team there, the reigning Rolex Series GT co-champions, Lee Keen and Andrew Davis, and number 59 Brumos Racing Porsche GT3. Our race runners up, they're the series champions a couple years ago. That's Jeff Siegel and Emo Ostentato. They drive number 69 FXDD Ferrari 458 Italia. And our race winners today, Jonathan Bomarito, Sylvain Tremblay, number 70 Mazda Speed, Mazda Mod Space, Castrol Mazda RX-8. 11th victory in the Rolex Series for Tremblay and the 4th for Bomarito. We're going to hear from each driver for a quick opener. We'll start with our third place team. Lee and Andrew, go ahead, either one.
Well, for us, we struggled so much over the course of the week. We were ups and downs and just never really felt like we met our potential. But this podium for us is very exciting, and it's got to go to the crew, the Brumos Racing crew. The strategy was great, and what Hurley and Joe LaJoie told us to do was just to try and conserve tires and make sure we had something. But it was just the grip levels were so low. But we just drove a smart race, had good strategy, and it was able to put the 59 up here on the podium. So hats off to the entire Brumos Racing crew for allowing us to have our Porsche up here on the podium.
Lee?
Yeah, it was really amazing to watch the guys through Wednesday and Thursday. We made some changes that didn't work, but the guys stayed positive and turned it around, and really didn't exactly know what we had going in for the race. And just got to give it to the guys. They did such a great job, and it was pretty competitive out there. Really shows what GRAND-AM GT is all about. So. And Andrew, of course, did an awesome job in the stand. We just stayed smart.
We'll go ahead and we'll slide over to Emo and Jeff. You're first.
Well, we were fighting the same sort of problems most teams were this week. Grip was really a big problem. We had a balance issue too going into Friday. So we made major changes Thursday night, and car was much better, good balance Friday morning, and both Jeff and I were about a second and a half to 2 seconds quicker when Friday rolled around. So we're pretty excited about it. It was a tough race though. Managing the tires was the biggest problem I think we all had.
Before we hear from Jeff, should mention first podium for the new Ferrari in the Rolex Series. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting to have this new car up on the podium so early in its life. No shortage of hard work. A lot of really talented people from Ferrari and Michelotto with AIM Autosport. Everybody working together to really push this car forward in the Rolex Series GT trim. We had a good car this weekend. I think this track is probably tailor-made for our car. We've got a lot of downforce, a lot of drag with it, but in low top speed, high minimum speed corners, we really shine. So to come out of here P2 is nice. I thought for a while we had a sniff at a win, and things didn't really play out with that last safety car, which is a bit of a shame. But for us so early on, P2 we'll take it. We're pretty happy with that.
We'll hear from our race winners. Sylvain, quick opener.
Yeah, just great to be back, in victory lane with Castrol, with Mazda, with Mod Space. It's been a battle for us. Daytona still hurts, and we really just got smoked in Daytona. But if anything, that really tempered the determination of our group, and that speaks volumes of the type of team that we're fortunate to have. I mean, obviously, strategy was everything. Having the patience and the discipline here to manage your tires, not only throughout the week, but also throughout the race was huge, and making good calls. So obviously, logistically, we did what we needed to do. Our car is definitely not as fast as some of the newer cars, but on long runs with some patience, especially with the hotter the better. So we're looking forward to go to Homestead, and hopefully it's 120 degrees there for us. So just hats off to David Haskell, to Marcus Shannon, and Matt Martin for the strategy, and of course to my co-driver Jonathan Bomarito, who just did what he had to do and just managed. And the safety car was a bad thing and a good thing. We had a good position there, just the way that it worked out with no wave buys. So we'll definitely take it this early on in the season.
Jonathan, he said you did what you had to do. What'd you do?
Well, the crew got me out in the lead. After that pit stop, we came out in the lead and just put my head down, and you know, we didn't know how many more yellows there would be or if we would have long green flag runs, so I was trying to go as quick as I can without sliding the car around and hurting the tires too bad. The highs and lows there at the end, I was yelling no, no, no when I saw that yellow, and then about 20 seconds later they told me that we were almost a lap up on everybody with the way it worked out with the DP leader, and then all we had to do was just hang back. We almost had a lap on everybody at that point. So just a big thank you to Speed Source for giving me this opportunity, and they just did an amazing job. It's fun to be back on the top step.
Thanks very much. We'll take some questions. Go ahead.
1, 3, 2, 3. Sylvain, talk a little bit about, you said managing the tires. Everyone talked about the lack of grip here this weekend. You seem to manage them pretty well, or at least deal with the lack of grip issue better than everyone else. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, a lot of it has to do with history and with data that we have. Obviously, when we first came here the first time to this beautiful facility, the track was like super good. It was awesome. And every year it's gotten a little bit worse. So knowing that, and we ran 2 cars last year, had great data, with our ex-teammates right here next to us. And we knew what it would take for our car to be consistent. Obviously, we don't have the ultimate pace, but here, especially today, it was not about ultimate pace. It's what could you do 20 laps into the run, and we were able to manage that advantage for our particular little car. So it worked out today.
More questions? More questions? Any more? Okay, guys, we're all set. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thanks.